Our top story is this, the Poco M3. I'll take you through 2 or 3 things that I really liked right off the bat. First and foremost, what I've really liked about it is that Poco now has finally found some footing. It's already doing very well in the Indian market, but it's found footing and an identity as a brand now, because earlier it was doing some strange things, even though they were slightly successful with that also, and I wonder why. They were basically taking Xiaomi phones that had already been released in the Indian market, and rebranding it, rebadging it, just putting their name on it and tweaking it a little, and sometimes not tweaking it at all. So everybody wondered, what is Poco doing? I mean, why are they actually doing that? Well, the answer seems to be that they wanted to get into the Indian market and then come up with their own portfolio, and that's what they're doing. So now let's move on to the Poco M3. 10,999 rupees. I'll tell you some of the things that actually stand out. First of all, the looks. Different from everything else in this category. So it's not that typical glossy plastic black. They've actually gone with a gradient. Interesting color, this yellow. They have 2 other colors also. Full HD plus screen, which is a big deal. And like I've said, now in the 11 and 10,000 rupee market, not having full HD screen is a no-no. You shouldn't be buying it at all. Then 6 GB of RAM, which is great at this price point. A good processor, which is also very, very nice out here, and then a 6000 mAh battery. But these sound good. Overall, is the phone really good? Is there also competition for this phone? Let's take a look.
The budget category just got lit as Poco brings the M3 with its claims of excellent optics, loads of power and a big battery to be your daily driver. It even comes in bright eye-catching colors like this yellow that you see on the screen. But can that sunshine yellow outshine the competition at this price? Let's find out. Poco has opted for a vibrant shade of yellow that is a head turner, though a black variant is available for anyone who wants a more subdued option. We particularly like the texture at the back of the phone that gives it a nice grip. Additionally, Poco has managed to keep the weight of the phone below 200 grams despite the massive 6000 mAh battery, which means that you won't be stressing out your hand even with extended use. The M3 opts for a side-mounted fingerprint scanner, which is fast and reliable. There is face unlock on board as well. Over at the front, you'll spot a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus IPS panel. The display is bright with good contrast ratio. Even under the direct sunlight, the text on the screen was legible. At this price point, there's not much to complain about here. Talking about the cameras, the Poco M3 has 3 of them at the back. There is a 48 megapixel primary sensor, a 2 megapixel secondary sensor with an f2.4 macro lens and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. The camera performs well in broad daylight. The portraits come out well. The macro lens does its job, but the details aren't that clear once the photo is produced. Meanwhile, the 8MP front-facing camera is capable of taking decent shots as long as the lighting is good. Coming to the performance, the phone is powered by a Snapdragon 662 chipset with 6 GB of RAM. The phone flies through all the tasks given and doesn't disappoint when it comes to playing heavy games. The phone runs on MIUI 12 based on Android 10. Because it's a Poco phone, it is highly unlikely that you will see ads on this. In our time with it, we didn't come across any ads and pop-ups. As per the company, the Android 11 update will come soon for the M3. The big highlight is the 6000 mAh battery that we found to be more than sufficient for a full day of use. There is 18-watt fast charging support, which means that it won't take you too long to top up the phone. However, there is no support for wireless charging. Overall, priced at 10,999 rupees for the 64 GB variant, the M3 brings a lot to the table in this price category. It goes head-on against the Redmi 9 Power, but comes out ahead with no ads and a head-turning design. If you're in the market for a budget phone, the M3 has the potential to be your perfect companion.